Mr. Speaker, I'm now pleased to yield 3 minutes to one of the leaders in our conference in confronting this crisis, the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Biggs.
The gentleman is recognized.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the gentleman for his effort on this legislation. And so many have worked hard on this. You know, when I've been listening to my colleagues across the aisle and all of the just gaslighting, I'm reminded of the secondary output produced by many of the dairy cows in rural Arizona. While you are ignoring this problem, Mr. Speaker, my colleagues across the aisle, right now, record numbers of people coming across this border. You know what? In Matamoros, right there at the Rio Grande, you've got the immigration authorities of Mexico coordinating with CBP on controlled crossings of the river. Why is that? Because Title 42 has gone away today. It's going to go away tonight. The cartels control our border. We've had testimony. The chief of CBP has said that. And when I've heard some of the stuff I've heard here, I said, I wonder if any of them even know where the border is. Come on down to the border. I will show you what it's like. You know what CBP officials told local officials in Arizona about Title 42? And I'm quoting here, you're screwed. You won't do anything to solve the border problem. This bill solves much of the border problem. And I get a kick out of someone here who just made a reference to how bad things were and how we didn't do anything. Yuma sector, 2020, in apprehensions for the entire fiscal year, 8,800. You know what it is today, this fiscal year? Over 350,000. You know what it was last year? Over 300,000. Why is that? Because what the CBP doesn't, they don't say, hey, let's do the Democrat plan. They say, can you at least just let us enforce the law? This administration says no. And thus we have a crisis on the border. It's more than a crisis, it's cataclysmic. You know, in Darien Gap in Panama, the numbers crossing 500% increase. The number between 700,000 to 1 million people just waiting, coming on up, waiting for Title 42 to go away. You know what expedited removal means? It means expedited release into the country. It means community release. Why is that? Because of the weak asylum enforcement laws that we have today. So when you come up, if we're taking you back to the border, we don't get you across the border and you say, I want asylum. Doesn't matter what your history is or anything. We're going to get you out of here and release you. Community release. Community release means right now you're getting released. That's what's happening. Shame on you. I yield.